Benfica getting the convincing victory. Thanks to all of our followers here who are obviously big Benfica fans and Portuguese soccer fans as well. Continue to spread the word. But what a convincing performance this was. It took a minute. Literally 1 minute for Benfica to get a goal, and then it was, of course, ruled out for offside. Fabulous finish it was from João Mario. And then Rafa Silva, Gonzalo Ramos got a couple. João Mario jumped in, and then David Neres scored a beauty to make it 5-0 before Bjorn Meyer pulled off a wonderful consolation goal for Scott Parker's men. This was a humiliation, Nigel. It was a very, very good performance. Let me get your comments, because you did watch this game and you thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to give a golf clap for Rafa Silva. For anyone who hasn't seen the goal, go watch the goal, because for me, that's a goal of pure quality and ingenuity, because gets the ball in the box, turns, he already knows where he's going to put the ball and goes with the outside of his foot while losing balance and just bends it into that corner. For me, Ramos again, fantastic. João Mario again, fantastic. They're three players that I highlighted in something else I did earlier today. This Benfica team is serious. They mean business. And the thing I like about them is, I know we always say, oh, this is a good team. No. This is a good team because I love them, because they can play football, they can play through you when they need to be, and they can also be direct. They are a very versatile team. And yes, they have Otamendi in the back as well, who I've watched when he was at the Premier League, can be a bit of a loose cannon at times, but they found their feet, they found their home. Club Brugge were just outclassed and outplayed today. They really were outclassed and outplayed. And I think this Benfica team excites me just like watching Napoli. They're the only two teams that really excite me when you watch them play, because they play the football the type of way that I like to play, the type of way that I would love to watch football played. Aggressive attacking, no fear, defend when you have to defend, but still playing on that front foot and just some sexy football.
I've just seen the first goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell
exactly. That's what you call class.
Yeah, what I like about Benfica and what they're doing it without one of their best players in Enzo Fernandez, who's at Chelsea now, to be able to still show the hunger, to be able to still show that you can do it as a team.
They're all laughing at you. Because you're still talking about Fernandez and he's not there.
Mate, I'm saying he was a big part of their group stage. Look, he was a Benfica player in the group stages. Mind you, they got results against PSG. They got results against Juventus. He was a part of the setup, which leads me to the rest of the team. This is a team, João Mario playing out of his mind, can't stop scoring. Rafa Silva, as you pointed out, doing what he did in the group stages. And I love the fact that their focus and really just they played with a bit between their teeth, a ruthlessness that in the first leg, I thought they let the game kind of go too long before they put the knockout blow in. And David Neres, good to see him getting a goal again, this time coming off the bench once more.
James? I love that stat there from Mario Castro that Antonio Silva, 73 out of 73 passes. Look, I haven't seen this game. I was on Chelsea duty, but equally, none of this is remotely surprising. I'll just briefly, hit on the Scott Parker drum again. I think I don't want people to come away from this thinking I don't think Scott Parker's a good manager. I just don't think a manager that's had great success in the Championship is necessarily going to be well suited for the Belgian League and the Champions League and players realistically he can't have known much about.
I just want to say this though, James. My thing is this. How can he get that job when he's never played outside of England?
Exactly.
That's my thing.
And it's not like Club Brugge have got a squad that is, full of players they picked up from English academies that Parker might have learned through that way. This is about smart recruitment of staff as well as understanding what you are, what your philosophy is, the way you play, and actually who is going to understand your players well. And I can't claim to be watching Club Brugge week in, week out, but I think it's pretty clear that, look, Scott Parker has his skills that are really effective in the Championship and might have been effective in the Premier League with Bournemouth, but they're just not cut out for this group of players. And the one thing you have to say with Benfica is it's all well and good coming up against bad teams, but you kind of have to put them to the sword, and boy, have Benfica in these games.
Real quickly, a few stats here. At 21 years old, 260 days, Gonzalo Ramos has become the youngest Benfica player to both score and assist in a single Champions League game in the 21st century. He has now scored more goals across all competitions this season than Victor Osimhen. Ramos now with 22 goals, Osimhen with 21 goals. 34 games for Ramos, 26 games only for Osimhen. And then this one's a nice little statistic right here. João Mario is the first Benfica player to score in 5 consecutive UEFA Champions League games or European Cup matches since the great Eusebio.
That's a good count.
Nigel, real quickly, you are a big fan of Benfica. We are all big fans of Benfica, watching what they're doing in the Champions League this year. But how far can they really go, or does it depend on the draw?
I think they can go far. I really do. I don't see one team that's completely convinced me to say that they're the ones. Like, I think there's some great teams in it. I look at Benfica. I think for me, also Bayern Munich can be that team. You can never rule out Real Madrid. You look at Napoli right now. I don't think Chelsea are in that bracket at all. I think Chelsea probably will find out the next round. But there's so many good teams, and I really feel that they could go a long way, because I can't say that they're going to be completely outclassed or outmatched by any of those other good teams that we've seen, in my opinion. And congratulations to BC2, just had a baby. Just want to say congratulations to BC2.
I think nothing for me. NRC said it all and then some.
We just caught you on the keyboard there. That we were on the little keyboard there.
Yeah,
I would say there are maybe 3 teams that I would kind of like put a stamp down and say I will definitely pick them over Benfica if they drew them in the quarterfinals. City, Real Madrid, and whichever of Bayern. Well, frankly, Bayern, not PSG. And Napoli. No, 4 teams. Yeah, those 4 teams I would say you would make Benfica underdogs against. Anyone else, I'd find it quite hard not to back Benfica.
Ian, let me just say this though, right? Do you know how people say all this stuff, right? We talk about world football, we talk about most of these teams. What are they all missing, really? A striker, right? A goal scorer.
Yeah.
And what does Benfica have? One of the best goal scorers in Europe, and also proven himself at international level. Yeah. It's funny how people forget all this, talk about, they're just hyped, they're that. No, they have a goal scorer, which most of your top teams that all you guys are supporting don't have. And let's not act like every team looks completely solid defensively. Do not write out this Benfica side.